Now let's get to this game.
Yeah, let's go.
As you see, I am repping Dez right here. The Black 88. Bam.
Okay.
In the house. Now, we all are familiar with the situation that happened.
Yes.
On the sideline a couple of times. Dez was yelling at first Romo and then the wide receivers coach. And then the second time it was Jason Witten, and I don't know, he wasn't yelling at DeMarcus Ware. DeMarcus Ware was just trying to break him up. Now, first off, do you think he was wrong?
No.
For the blow up?
No.
I think the biggest thing is him going to individuals with the screaming instead of the group. Call your offense together and fire up the offense. Don't just go straight to, because your quarterback is an extension of what your coach wants to do.
Okay.
And if your quarterback is being told this is what you're doing and this is where your options are, and you're so busy saying that I can do what he can do, and you're being played over the top, so knowing Romo's luck, he can't keep throwing it out there because sooner or later there will be a pick.
Okay.
So they played safe.
Okay.
Sometimes safe doesn't work, but he should have did it as a group, not just individual.
So that's
Okay,
up.
wait.
Go ahead, Mr. McIntosh.
I got that, but I haven't watched Peyton Manning and Tom Brady blow up individuals.
Well, we're going to get into that in a hot second now.
So,
just
what's the difference?
just hold on now. And just hold on. We're going to get into that. We're going to get into that. Now, as you know, Dez comes from a great line of 88s.
Yes.
All of them, Drew Pearson, Michael Irvin, and now Dez, they all have that passion. How come this Cowboy team, Kevin, there's nobody else on that team like Dez? Do you think it's going to hamper when you have one lion and the rest sheep on the team?
The worst thing I hate is it wasn't the coach who grabbed Dez and pulled him to the side and calmed him down. It was DeMarcus Ware. But DeMarcus Ware should have been.
Excuse. Yeah, get that out of here. Go on, brother.
He should have been with his defense, pumping them up
He should have been.
to stop that Detroit Lions offense where he was just slicing them. Stop calming down Dez. Go tell Sean Lee and that defensive line what they need to do to get pressure on Stafford.
Now, let me just throw this out here right quick. The defense in trouble. They
Big
had
time.
two undrafted safeties in the backfield. Now, we don't make excuses because they are paid professional players.
True.
They should know their job. Just throw that out there. This was basically their first time on the field during a real game. So
Correct.
let's put that out there. Now, here's the thing. Do you think race played a part in how the media has just gave this thing some life and now it's going on to the week? Did race play a part? Mr. McIntosh, because you was about to touch on that earlier.
You know it did. You know it did. And I'm not going to say it not. You know it did.
Yeah.
You saw Tom Brady go off in the sideline when he lost against that Cincinnati game. How long did that last? Did they bring up the next day about that?
That was the Jets. That was the Jets game. That Thursday night game. He basically the whole.
No, even Cincinnati
Basically the
game.
whole and on the Cincinnati game too.
Yes.
My feeling on this is no. I think it's more of his background with anger management that plays a bigger role. Because I see it like this. And also on the flip side, Michael Irvin, as great as he was, you never saw him walk up on Troy Aikman and
That's right.
try to berate him. You will always see a quarterback go to his receiver who missed that cut, yoke him to the side and say, yo, you were supposed to be here, not there. You'll see that from the quarterback.
Okay.
That's leadership. But you've never, ever seen, matter of fact, Keyshawn Johnson, you saw how fast Bill Parcells got him out of New York when he wrote the book, Just Throw Me the Damn Ball. Parcells say, sure, someone else is going to throw it to you. And he sent him, I think it was to Tampa.
Yes, it did.
Yeah. And he ended up getting the Super Bowl out of that one.
Right.
So, hey.
So it's like I see the point of people playing the race card, but you never see a wide receiver go after his quarterback, after his receivers coach, after the star tight end who usually saves your team's butt.
Now, going on that, Dez, as I don't know if you guys heard, there's a video out there for anyone that wants to check it out. or the audio on NFL.com or DallasCowboy.com on what was pretty much actually going on. He was basically, saying that a play that they were good at and we're the best in the NFL at it and we should be doing that. Nothing like give me the ball and this and that. Now, that's why I say is race have anything to do with it? Because wait a minute, everyone now they saw the video, heard the audio, all that, and it's still like, okay, what did he say in the second one? Because the second blow up. That's why I really believe, and I understand your point on that, maybe his background and all that. I think race does have a point because when you get an angry black man, he's doing demonstrative. They're like, oh, what is he doing? But Tom Brady was, to me, I remember the Jets game was worse.
Yes, he was.
He was on remember, this Dez thing happened in the fourth quarter, under 5 minutes to go. That Jets thing, that happened basically the whole game.
Yeah. So even that
but they didn't attack him like, he was the enemy.
But then again, the major commentators who was talking about this game, especially on the NFL Network, you all heard them say they love it because that was something that the Cowboys have been lacking on the sideline for years. But they lack the passion, someone with the fire, someone to get inside someone's face and say, hey, this is what we need to do. It's the little media outlets who's playing this to get the ratings. Because NFL Network, and you know how Deion Sanders is. He's rough on the Cowboys. Deion Sanders, Michael Irvin, all said the same thing. This is what they needed.
And I was looking on Facebook on the Cowboys page there, and the majority of the fans agreed with Dez, and they just haven't seen a Cowboys player do that since the playmaker.
Yeah.
That's right.
So my question right now is,
will that passion go on? That's the question.
My thing is, do you think that Garrett, Romo, Witten, and Ware, you think they could take that and go forth and sort of turn this thing around?
No, because they hurry up and switched it as a positive, but you never heard anyone say we need to take that and transfer it into something for us to use.
And that's why I say DeMarcus Ware is a Benedict Arnold. I'm pretty much done with DeMarcus Ware because he came out and saying like, okay, Dez, didn't say anything. He just said, oh, you was wrong to do that with 12 seconds to go in the game. That was his comment, and that's why he gets thrown on the floor. And if I had my helmet, I would smack the living bejesus out of it. And you know what? Check this out. Check this out. That's DeMarcus Ware.
Off you go.
Off you go. And folks, that's all the time I have for you. We might continue this one on another program because I'm sure the Cowboys are going to do this again. Thank you, Kevin Civil.
No problem.
Thank you, Mr. McIntosh.
You're welcome.
That's right. I like that.
Even though you think, but
see y'all next week.
I'm sorry, but